Welcome to my Super Shock collection video. This is all about my Super Shocks. I am probably doing quite a declutter. Some of these are very dried out and I don't use them. I used to think that Super Shocks were very special. They were shifty, they are beautiful, they are very beautiful. But I discovered more indie brand single shadows, and I use those so much more than I do my Super Shocks. Now, having said that, there are a few I'm going to keep, but some of these are dried out, and because I rarely use them, I'm not going to be bothered to refresh them. So let's go ahead and get started. I do not have these separated by any way, shape, or form. Okay, at one point I had them separated by warm shades and cool shades, and then when I got my little containers, I just put them all in one because I knew that I was not going to be keeping all of these. So these are all my warm shades. So as I said, some of these are dried out and I cannot be bothered to refresh them. However, before I start, I did say I'm going to declutter some of these because they are dried up and I cannot be bothered to refresh them. As much as I would love to, I'm not going to go through the trouble of refreshing them when I know I'm still probably not going to use them. If you want to go through the trouble of refreshing them, then hit me up on Instagram. If you are willing to pay shipping, then when you message me, we'll see if anyone else has claimed the ones that you want. I don't do this very often. Usually when I declutter, I put things in my Mercari store. I'm not going to put dried up Super Shocks in my Mercari store. If you want to go through the trouble of refreshing them, send me a message and we'll go from there. So these are all my warm shades. They're not in any order. So we're just going to start with this. This is called Life Coach, and this is a gold. And I can tell you right now, it's not really that dry, but it is a little dry. It's very glittery, and I am not a gold fan. So that I'm decluttering. This is called Tea Party, and this is not really, it's a little dry, but I'm not going to use it, so that is going. I had no plan when I started this. I don't know which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm not. It depends on how they feel and then how they look. And I am probably not going to swatch all of them, but I will swatch some of them. This is called I Heart This. And this one is actually really pretty. This is more of a topper, I think. I think I will keep this one. This one is called Set to Stun. I did just recently declutter a few of these to some friends because they were blues and greens that I know I'm not going to use. So the greens went to one friend and the blues went to another. This is dry, and so this is going. This is called Secret Garden, and I can tell by looking at it. Oh no, that's really pretty. I'm getting rid of this. It's very glittery. I don't like the ultra glitters very much. This is Ladybird. Ladybird is not leaving my collection. I love Ladybird, and she is staying. Ladybird is staying. I'm going to be a glittery mess when I'm done with these. This is called 6 a.m. I know this is dry. I'm not going to swatch it. Very, very dry. That one's going. As is this one. This is In Harmony. These two came out with the B collection, and I can tell by looking at it that it is very dry. Yeah. So there's that. What is this? This one is called Cuteologist. And I think this was a matte to begin with. And it's orange, and I'm not keeping it. This one is called Born in LA. And this one was in a project. And I don't know if you can see, but I actually hit pan on this. And this is stunning. And I am going to keep this because this one is still in great shape. And I have used this a little bit more recently. What is this? This is 2014. And that's very pretty. And it's not dried out. What is it called? 2014. I think I'm going to get rid of this because I recently got some Devinah shadows that are very neutral leaning, and I will use those more than I will use that. Plus, I have some beautiful shimmers that are neutral. So, oh, this one I think is, this is called Aster. Yeah, that one fell out. Let's see. Yeah, that one's a little dry. I'm not going to keep that. This is called Amaze. I used to love this one. Nope, I'm getting rid of that too. This is called Pledge Class. I used to love this one as well. And that's, oh, that's dried up. Oh, that's very dry. That one's going. It's funny because I used to have such a connection to Super Shocks, and now I just don't even think about them. And they're over here in my drawer, and it's just going to waste. This is called Tonight. This is very orange, and I can tell by looking at it, it is dry. Yeah, nope, that's going away. I do have other shades just like that. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing all this. These two came together, and it's a puppy and a kitty, and proceeds from the sale of these went to, I think, the ASPCA or Humane Society or something. But this is called Mutts About You. I think this one is still good. Oh, that one's beautiful. That one I'm keeping, and I'm probably keeping the other one as well. This is Your Kitten Me. Oh yeah, that's gorge. Yep, keeping that one. By the way, I will put a link to Jessica Lee's video in the description box below. She has a great video on how to refresh Super Shocks. So yeah, I think she used jojoba oil, but I can't remember. Don't quote me on that. But I'll link the video. This is called Abbott Kinney. This one's dry, I can tell. Yeah, that one's dried up. Yep, that one's going. Plus, I already kept the other brown. I hope I'm not shaking this table. This one is called 3rd Street. And it's a little dry. Yeah, I'm not keeping it. This one is called Adaptogen, and I never really liked this to begin with. I don't like that shade of brown, and it is dried up. I got a lot of these in a vault. So some shades I wouldn't normally choose for myself. Look at all that shimmer. Blech. This is called Low 70s. And this one was also in a project, and I can't remember. I thought I hit pan on it, but evidently I didn't. Wipe my finger off here. Oh, that's very pretty. What is it though? I mean, it's pretty, but it doesn't really have much payoff anymore. So that is going to go as well. This is called Up Late. This was part of the Firefly collection. This one and this one. And if I remember right, I liked this one. I hit pan on it. It was in one of my projects. Oh, there's like no payoff anymore at all. There was on my finger, but not on my skin. That one's going. Those are all my warm shades. Out of 22, I am only keeping 5. I'm only keeping those 5. The rest of these are going. These are all of my cooler tone shades. I think that I might be keeping more of these than the warmer tones. I tend to like cooler tones better. So let's start with my oldest. This is called Muse, and this came out with the Wine and Only palette. That is still, I can't believe that some of these others have dried out and this one is still going strong. I'm going to keep this one, you guys. It's kind of sentimental. It's right before I started my channel. I bought some Colourpop palettes so that I could start my channel. And I bought that and I loved it. And I'm keeping it. I'm keeping that. Let's do some pinks. This is called Roy G. Biv. And I think this was in a, oh, this one's dry. Is it though? Yeah, it's really not, but it's also not something that I want to keep. I'm pretty sure that I had that in a project. So that one's going. This is called Drift, and that is a dark burgundy. And I'm going to get rid of that. I have other shades that I love so much more. It's so pretty though, but I'm going to get rid of that. And then we have Silver Lake. I remember really liking this one. Yeah, that one also is coming out. And it seems dry. Oh, so pretty. I'm getting rid of it. It's so pretty. This one here is called 405, and I did hit pan in that one. And this one is pretty dry. Not very much payoff. I'm going to declutter that. Okay, we have some light pink. We have some light pinks. This is called In the Saddle. I think this was my first Super Shock I ever bought. This one, no, I'm gonna get rid of it. This one is called, this one is Bubbly. This one I hit pan in. Oh, it's very dry. I'm not even going to swatch it. It's very dry. It's very pretty pink though. And then we have Party of Five. Yeah, it's a little shifty. It's like a purple to peach. I don't know. It's very pretty, but I'm not keeping it. I just have these shades in like duochromes and multichromes that I will use way more often. This is called Plume. This one and this one came together in a set. Yeah, there's really not much color payoff with that either. Just glitter. More glitter than anything. You guys don't know how much this is bothering me right now because I can't stand glitter. And I guess I didn't know when I first started buying Super Shocks, I guess I didn't know that there were ultra glitters and there all these different types of Super Shocks, and then realizing like 2 years ago that I really don't like glitter at all. I had to wipe that off. Okay, let's go with some greens. So this one is called Mint for You. And I thought this came in something because it's in different packaging. No, I'm not really a green lover anyway, and it's dry. So that is going. This one is called Ember, and I do really like this one. And it's not dried out. I am going to keep that one. It's so pretty. I am going to keep that one. See if it survives another declutter after this. Let's do some purples. I have these 5 purples, and this one is called The Griffith. And let's see. It's pretty, but oh, that's pretty. Oh, I think I'm going to hang on to that one. I'm going to hang on to that one. I do love purples, you guys. I love purples. All right. This one is called Ripple. This is an OG, and this is dried up. I can tell by looking at it. That breaks my heart. That breaks my heart because that is a pretty... That is so pretty. You know what? No. I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to say... I say that I'm going to refresh it. I'm not. I know I won't. I'm trying to be honest with myself. So this is called Angelic. These three came in the Lavish collection. This is called Angelic. Oh, that one's still nice. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm keeping that one. Did I say I was going to keep this one, the Griffith? Let me see something. I'm going to declutter this one and keep Angelic. Okay, these two. This is called Social BB. And it is a darker purple. Oh, that one's a little dry. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, I'm keeping that one. And then this one is called So Surreal. This one is really dried up. This one is going. Yeah, it's really dry. We have 3 left. These are like white. White with shifty shades or just white. This is a white silver in tassel. This is kind of OG. And that is still good. That one's staying. That one's staying. This is called Ice Dream, and this was my favorite forever. I bought this because of Gen Beauty. It is dry. Oh man, that is so beautiful. It's so dry though. I'm gonna get rid of it. I have a Cleona that looks just like that, and I have a Devinah that looks just like that, so, or very similar, so I'm going to declutter that. This one is Mountain Lion. I know this one is dry because I tried to use it the other day. I was on Instagram, and I can't remember her name. I think her name is Ola Bernice, and she did a look with the rose quartz, the Huda rose quartz, and put this on her lid, and it was perfection. And it's just dry and does not have the color payoff that it used to. It used to flip from like white to pink to purpley. And oh, that breaks my heart. I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it, you guys. Okay, out of 41 Super Shocks, I am decluttering 30. I am keeping 11. I never in my life thought that this would happen, because I loved Super Shocks so much. But the more special shadows that I would buy, the less I used these. At one time, these were like the best of the best and very unique and shifty and beautiful. And while they're still beautiful, they're not as unique anymore. Tell me, you guys, tell me in the comments what you think. Tell me if you think I am outside my mind. I don't think I am. I actually feel really good about this. I had been dreading this declutter because I knew that a lot of them were going. I didn't know that all of these were going, but I do feel really good about it. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until next time, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.